Yes, this is your boy Saidina, sir. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, as for the previous, the previous video, we looked at a question that was basing on simulation in SPSS. So, but for this question, it's going to be based on simulation in Excel. Here, this question says you have been selected to simulate the checkout process in an e-commerce store, and we are given an example of a small gift shop. The setup includes one cashier and one line of customers waiting for service. The objective is to determine two key performance measures, which are the average time a customer spends in the system, both waiting and being serviced, the percentage of time that the checkout clerk is idle. Then we are given the assumptions, which are the inter-arrival times, which are the time between customer arrivals, and they are asking us to uniformly distribute them between a limit range of 1 and 5 and 15 minutes. And then the service times, the time required to service each customer, which are required for us to uniformly distribute them in between the 1 and 8 limit range. So we are required to create an MS Excel spreadsheet to simulate the checkout process, and then the simulation should calculate two measures of performance: average customer in the system and proportion. So first of all, we're going to do the first one. The first one that I did here, I first listed down all the columns that based on the question. First, here, as you can see in the instructions that were given here below, that I had almost forgotten. First one was asking us to simulate 20 customers to this data that we have been given. So what I did, I had to open an Excel. I created all the columns, named them according to named the customer ID, which having their customers, the number of customers, the inter-arrival time of each customer, the service time of each customer. So, but remember, the inter-arrival time for each customer, inter-arrival time means like different times that each of the customers reached, because each of the customers reached at different intervals of time, and that's why it's called the inter-arrival time. Then there's arrival time for each customer. They are kind of similar but are different. And then if it comes to the service start time, that all comes from the service time, because service time combines the service start time and service end time. So the overall time is service time. So we had to get all the service time to get to know the service time, the service end time of each the service, though it wasn't in the question. Then the waiting time and the time in the system. Time in the system is the time since the customer arrived till the customer service ended, including the waiting time. That's the time in the system. Then we requested also to get the idle time. So the first thing I did is to get all the data according to the columns that I got, all the data in those columns of the first customer, in order for me to get for the others. So what I did, I had to get the inter-arrival time using the formula of run between, as we are requested there to uniformly to distribute. That's when you use the random, because they'll be changing, they will be interchanging, so they won't be uniform. Then for the customer service time, also the same run, as you can see, the run between. And then for the arrival time, I had it is the same time with the inter-arrival time. As I said, they're kind of similar but are different, so I had to place a 6 as it was in the inter-arrival time. Then for the service start time, as you can see, service start time, remember, since he was the first customer to reach, immediately that same time that the customer arrived, it's when his service started, as you all know. And then for the service end time, I had to get, as you can see, this formula that he used, I had to add